Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. It's me, Rosie, here, and today we are talking about probably one of the biggest topics constantly in this country. And I don't want to call it weight loss because I feel that if you lose something, you want to find it, right? And typically when we want to lose weight, we don't want to turn around and go find it, right? We want to lose it. So why don't we call it weight management? Um, so here today we're going to I'm going to give you a few different scenarios, a few different, hi Megan, a few different things that you can do to basically manage your weight. And we all know I can't say treatment, but one of the recipes I'm going to give you is basically like a 6 week, hola prima, a 6 week process to basically help you lose weight. But first, so every other video I've done, I know we try to get into whatever the DIY is that we're making, the oils we're using, and why those oils. But with this one, because a lot of what I'm going to show you today requires consuming oils, I first want to take just a couple minutes to talk about the quality of the oils. Because as we know, there is tons of companies out there. Zoom that I right back up. I love it. And I might be switching to Zoom in the future so it could be more interactive. So feel free to give me your feedback. Anyhow, sorry. So there's so many products out there. I mean, you can go to Walmart, Whole Foods, local, even people locally in your hometown might be making oils. I know for me, from everything that I've learned, it's a pretty extensive process. In doing it. And even just as I've said before, when I chose this company, I wanted to make sure and choose somebody that I felt was, really doing their work if I was going to be putting this in my family's body, just based on the research I had done and stories I had heard. So, there's the essential oil pyramid, and not all oils are created equally, obviously. At the bottom, you have your least expensive oils, and it could be, you can make them at home. And then at least that way you know what's going in them. But at the top is the best, of course, the best. And they're going to be the most expensive ones because they're the hardest to make and the most natural because synthetic stuff tends to be a lot cheaper is natural stuff. So, like rose oil, a lot of your flower essential oils are really great for the skin. Rose being the one with the highest, oh, geez, it hurts. It takes like 5,000 pounds of rose petals to make a gallon. So it's a very costly oil. So a lot of your products are just going to have a tiny bit of it for a jar like so. And that's why rose, for example, is so expensive. But the reason I wanted to touch on the quality of the oils because, again, we're consuming them. And so, like, I have a friend that she's actually a doula, and tries to focus on obviously more natural medicine. And I have tons of stories on why choose Young Living, but this is one where she actually uses a couple. So once I was like, okay, well, what oils do you use in your practice? And she flat out goes, well, to be fully honest, I use two. I use doTERRA for external just because it's a little less expensive. But for internal, I absolutely only use Young Living. And I'm not here to push Young Living. I just don't want you to take one of the recipes I show you today and go do it with another brand that I don't know what the fillers or additives are. What's amazing about Young Living, if there is additives, because some of our oils are blends. So for example, if you go to the list of ingredients, it'll tell you what's in there. So for example, Citrus Fresh, it basically has orange peel, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, spearmint, and therapeutic grade essential oil formulated by Gary Young. But in the case that there might be something else other than just an essential oil, it will be on there. So I'm not here to knock any other brands. There are many that you can absolutely use for diffusing or topically. Just when it's going to go in you, be careful. um, and so that doula basically said, to save a little money, I will use other brands, but for consumption, I absolutely only use Young Living. And if you're interested in knowing how to basically earn free product, let me know because I've been with Young long enough that I basically get my oils half off. So over time, like for me, I don't have a need to try other brands or other companies. And not to mention that when I have, those end up expiring. And you may notice there's not an expiration date on our oil. So just do your research and be very careful. And as you know, even if you are using another brand or company for your everyday use, fine. If you think, oh, I just want to get the weight loss ones that I'm going to consume through me, great, order them as a customer. I just cannot stress enough that when you're going to take them internally, be careful. Okay. All right. So let's just hop right in. Maybe we'll even have a little giveaway. So there's I'm gonna give you a recipe that you can do, one maybe in the morning, oh shoot, one at night, to help, you know, combat fat. And I'll tell you why each one. And for a couple of them, I do have a little thing that I could put on in case you want the recipe later. So some of you are on here because some of you might want to lose a lot. Some of them you might want to lose a little bit. Some want to just maintain. But just remember, whatever you do, it's more about health, and it's what you put in here, how you're physical. And I don't mean like you have to go work out crazy hours a day. If you think in the old days, we just ate clean, and we were active. We weren't at the gym hours on end, and we were slim, but our food was a lot more pure. We didn't have the additives and preservatives. So one of the things I've been doing, and I'm not going to try to promote any other brand, but I will show you what I've been using. So I've been, with the extra weight I've added with the coronavirus, this is one of the teas I've been doing. And so I put some hot water so that it'll melt the honey, which I haven't put in there. So we're just going to add some honey. And so right now, you know, it's just a little bit because it's hot right now, and I have 2 tea bags, which I'll show you what they are in a minute. And the honey, and so I only add a little bit of water because I just want it hot enough to melt my honey, and get my tea steeping. And then I'm actually going to bring down the temperature and add essential oils. And of course, you know, you want to try, anytime you can get local honey, it's the best because it's made from bees that are pollinating your local flowers. And that's what's best for your body, especially if you have allergies. Okay, so in my tea, and typically if I'm feeling sick, I make a tea with just honey, thieves, lemon, and peppermint, and that's it. That's my like get well tea. But lately, because some of these like black pepper and ginger are not my favorite flavors, that's why I have these other teas. And so these are organic. I have mango, ginger, and peach detox. These are little yogis. And this is just something like you can enjoy daily to help maintain your weight, not necessarily go crazy and lose a bunch of weight. So I have them steeping. I have my honey, my tea bags. I'm going to give it a little stir to help with the get that honey melted now. And then I typically will add, you know, more water. And normally I'll add room temperature water, and that just helps cool it down, but not make it cold. Although you can drink this like iced tea, and then, you know, enjoy it throughout the day. And for this, typically I might add, there's already ginger in here, but I might add another drop of ginger just to make it stronger. I'll add lemon, peppermint. Those are all great oils, and I'm going to tell you why they're great oils. Okay. So now I'm going to give you a nighttime recipe. Right? So this is going to, I don't want to call this a treatment, but this is going to be an actual, I want to lose weight. Okay, and remember, so this is just kind of maintaining, which I love, my teas. This next one is going to be something you would do for 6 weeks. So it calls for letterman oil. You can see that. This is not one that comes in the kit, and I want to tell you what it is real quick. Letterman. So this first recipe that I'm going to give you, there's a oil you're going to rub on your tummy and an oil that you're going to, a capsule that you're going to make to consume. Shoot. Sorry, give me just 1 second to tell you what Letamin is. And I'm not going to read this with all the oils today, just a couple because this one's not an oil you've seen yet. But Letamin is known for quality as Labrador tea. Letamin is a strongly aromatic herb that has been used for centuries in folk medicine. The native people of Eastern Canada use this herb for tea as a general tonic and to treat a variety of kidney-related problems. Letamin has helped protect the native people of North America. So it's anti-inflammatory, anti-tumoral, antibacterial, diuretic, and liver protective. Obviously, most of our health issues stem from the gut, and as we gain weight, basically it's our body retaining fat in the skin, right? And we gain weight. And with so much crap in our everyday food and air, our bodies just can't detox at the level that they should, and then they retain it. So this first recipe is it's a capsule that you're going to take nightly for 6 weeks, and then it's a valley, well, a rub, an oil you would use where the fat is. So let's say you want to work on this, you'll take your pill at night, and then you're going to rub an oil here, because that way you have it working from both ends. You have a capsule going in to break down fat internally, and then you have an essential oil you're using on the outside to help break down the fat on the outside. Because as I'm sure some of you have seen, where you have a friend that's overweight and then they lose weight, mainly excessive weight, and they suddenly have like a lot of jiggly, whether on the legs, the stomach, and that's because you might be losing maybe weight inside, but outside isn't basically shrinking. So what we do with Letamin, well, we're actually going to take a 15 milliliter bottle of Citrus Fresh. So, oh my God, I got to get better at this. 15 milliliter bottle of Citrus Fresh. We're going to open it. And I'll also tell you some of my secrets. And notice how I use the lid to take the top off, and I need you guys to try to do it that way so that your hand isn't touching the clear part that goes on top, because you really don't want to get your body oils on your oils. Your body oils on, does that make sense? You don't want to contaminate your oil. So the cleaner it is, the better, right? So we don't touch the top part. That's why I just kind of pop it off. Sorry, let me see what a question is. Sorry, I'm trying to be able to. Can you also say how much of each oil to use? Yes, absolutely. Can I order the capsules from Young Living? You can actually just go to your local health food store or Amazon and order them. I don't think that Young Living actually has them. Occasionally they'll have them in promotions, and you can get them like with a monthly special, or occasionally they throw them in the kits. But typically you just go on Amazon or Whole Foods or any of these local health food stores. All right, so we have our 15 milliliter bottle of Citrus Fresh, and then we're going to take 10 drops of Letamin and put it right in here. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We're done with Letamin. All right. And now with our Citrus Fresh, so I still haven't touched that inside part. It's just been sitting on the cap. I've only touched the cap. I'm going to reapply it. And if I twist it on, so that was 10 drops of Letamin into a 15 milliliter bottle of Citrus Fresh. So now once I've screwed it on, when I unscrew it, the plastic dropper part is back on. So perfect. Okay, so what you're gonna do with this mix is you're gonna apply topically wherever you are trying to combat fat. So for me, several years ago, I used this on my tummy, and you're actually going to use this in conjunction with grapefruit, so we'll get there in a second. I did this years ago, and I was using it on my tummy. I've always had this, you know, my tummy, a little tummy. Right now it's a little bigger, so I think I'm actually gonna, I'm considering doing a challenge with whoever wants to do it with me for 6 weeks, and basically do this mixture. So every night, wherever you want to lose fat, so whether here or your stomach or flabby area, you're going to apply the Citrus Fresh Letterman combination on fatty areas evenly. So you just put some drops. In addition to doing this, and I will post a picture that has this and it talks a little bit about it. In addition to your Letterman Citrus Fresh, you are going to every night in a capsule, and here we have grapefruit. You're gonna put 20 drops in a capsule. And typically I just hold my capsules, right? Boom, boom, boom. But because I'm doing a video, I have these little things if you're making a couple pills, like if for you or your family, and it'll hold it for you. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I forgot actually. So for this one, you order your vegetable capsules, make sure you get the bigger one, because as you saw, this is the bigger side, and I only got about 15 drops, and I can squeeze a few more in. So I had bought in the smaller capsules so that my kids could be able to consume them because they're smaller, but for this, you're gonna want to actually get the bigger capsules. So again, every night you would take 20 drops of grapefruit in a capsule by mouth, and this is going to help break down the fat inside. And then externally, you're going to do the Letterman Citrus Fresh mix to fight it on the outside, so that, you know, your skin's basically fighting out, breaking down the outside and on the inside, so you don't end up with the flabbies. Okay, so that's number one. And I don't want to say that that's like a treatment, but that would be something you do for 6 weeks to try to lose weight. What did I do with that other pill? Okay, I'm gonna take a drink here. Feel free to ask questions. So yeah, so that's something I think I'm considering redoing, because I've unfortunately gained some weight recently. But next, so let me just get to my cheat sheet here. Next, I'm going to show you a different mix. So that other one you would do at night. This one you could do in the morning. So again, if you're just trying to manage, go ahead and you can just do your teas. As you all know, I always have my stainless steel water bottles. There's always a citrus oil in there. And those actually help as well for weight management. But I'm going to give you another recipe, and this one you could do in the mornings, and then I'm going to give you a second belly rub. Just be careful because with this next one, because depending on how strong you make it, you're gonna, on Amazon they say they're size 0 or 00 or 000. Which one is bigger? The more zeros is bigger. Let me see. Yes, and I can show you right here. So if you look, it might be hard to tell, but this is 0 and this is 00. So 000 would be even bigger. So yes, the more zeros, the bigger it is. And it's, for kids, it's nice to have the 10. And then for adults, then, you know, you can have the bigger one. Okay, so this next one, I'm just trying to open all my oils. The next one is cinnamon bark, and I'll tell you what these are good for as well. Megan, you're being so interactive, I might not even do a drawing. You just might get it for asking all these questions. I love it. I'm sure you wouldn't mind, right, Megan? Okay, so this next one is you could do it in the mornings, and obviously it does take a little bit of work opening up your oils and make it, but again, you know what's going into your body, you know it's all natural, you know there's no additives and preservatives. I mean, you're making them fresh every day, which is awesome. So this next one, where's my pill? It's called, and this again would be like your morning or pre-workout capsule, okay? And again, you want to, when you take it as a capsule is when you're doing it more as like, I need to fix this issue. When you're doing it as like a tea, it's more of like, I just want to maintain. Or I know I'm going to a party today and there's going to be a lot of desserts, so I might want to take this. Okay, so here's your morning one. It's going to be 2 drops of grapefruit, which aids in dissolving fat cells. So I know on the other one I didn't really talk too much about the oils because I knew I was going to talk about them throughout. So 1, 2. 2 drops grapefruit because it helps with dissolving fat cells. The next oil, which is lemon. Lemon, as you know, is just amazing. If any one oil you have, I would probably say make it lemon, carry it with you, put it in your water because it filters it when you're out and about. It cleanses, and for this purpose, it's a detox. And lemon oil actually has the highest limonella. I can't say this very big L word, but it's very good against a huge issue that the world is going through right now. I'll just say that. So read between the lines. So we're going to do 2 drops of lemon to detox. Sorry. Okay. Next, we're going to do 2 drops of peppermint, which peppermint helps with cravings. So you can even carry this around with you. Smell it throughout your day. If you're feeling like you're craving sugar, maybe smell this and go for an apple instead of sugary stuff, which I know I'm notorious for. But again, you could put this in your tea, 1, 2. But again, peppermint is for cravings. Okay, next we have black pepper. And this also 2 drops, 1, 2, black pepper. And this is to enhance the thermogenesis, which increases metabolism to maintain body temperature. So we all want to get our metabolism up there, right? Make sure there's no new questions. Okay. And then the last oil that we're going to put in this capsule is cinnamon bark. And cinnamon bark balances blood sugar and boosts your energy. And Lord knows we all can use more energy. And a lot of times when we go for those sugary drinks or calorie loaded coffees, coffee alone is one thing. Once we add the creamer and the sugar or make it blended, it's a whole nother thing. But a lot of times we go to these things because we need energy. So cinnamon bark. So that's 2 drops also. Come on. Some of these oils, when you don't use them, they kind of decide to sit. Come on. It's like right there, so I hate to move my hand back. If you ever have, especially when you know an oil is full, the bottle just there it goes, might be too cold. I don't know that I've talked about this much in the past. So if you feel like your oils aren't coming back, kind of wrap your whole hand on it, basically to warm it up. And there is some certain oils that are very, very more of a, I don't want to say molasses, but like a syrup. And so warming them up helps. So there you go. Okay. So we added again 2 drops of, what did I do with my lid? 2 drops of grapefruit for dissolving fat cells, 2 drops of lemon for detox, 2 drops of peppermint for cravings, 2 drops black pepper to enhance the thermogenesis, to increase your metabolism, 2 drops cinnamon to balance blood sugars, and then this would just be one that you take during the day. So like that, all gone. Take my water. And for those of you starting off with oils, or especially if you're just gonna, get going because you're excited about weight loss ones. Oh, that's awesome, Megan. Good job. Should give you a gift just for that. Actually, on here it says to add coconut oil as a carrier oil. I use a lot of oil, so I didn't do that today. I want to get my weight loss going here, but in the future, it would be good to actually add coconut oil in that to help combat. I'm sorry. Add coconut oil in your capsule, not the night one, but the morning one, the one I just took, because that helps create when you add coconut oil, it kind of gives it a slower release into your body versus when you just take it, then it's like the night one, it's like, boom, I'm here, I pop out, I'm everywhere. The coconut oil, which is the one that you would add coconut oil to, the morning one that I just took, that kind of gives you like spurts of release, a slower release. So it's better for when you're doing it in the morning. I just got ahead of myself and took it. You know how, yeah, it's a big deal, I'm sure, because when I used to drink 5 to 6 a day, um, and had horrible migraines. And then when I got with Scott, you know, he mostly drank was water, 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 and finally got me going. Okay, so and now I pretty much only drink water. Throughout, I drink water throughout the day, every day. I drink a few of these. I like it cold, so I add ice, my water. I bounce around between tangerine, lime, but all the citrus oils, sometimes citrus fresh, which is a combination of multiple oils. But this right here, you know, if you don't like water, add the oils. It flavors it. It's amazing. Like today, instead of running out to Starbucks, I'm gonna have a detox tea, and stay close to home in those restrooms. Okay, so this last one I'm gonna do, and Megan, you might be the only one still on here, so I might just give you this. I think I will. I feel like I'm teasing you, so I'm gonna give you this. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, actually when all this started, I, like everybody else, went on this crazy bake, eat, no exercise, which is horrible, right? And I'm not saying not doing exercise is horrible, but at least, you know, being active. And those of you that know me, I tend to stay pretty active, and I haven't been as active as I normally am. I've been sitting at this chair for hours on end. Uh-oh, I dropped a couple capsules earlier, so. And Megan, if you need a couple capsules, if you're going to order some and need a couple till your order gets here, like, come on over. So this next one, a few years ago, I had bought, or a while ago, I had bought in this lotion in Mexico, which is basically, it's a grapefruit lotion that you would apply it before, you know, you apply it before a workout, and it helps burn those fat cells. So I'm going to give you a secret, and this is something that I think I'm going to do in conjunction these next 6 weeks. Actually, I have been doing it. So every morning, because I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life since this whole COVID. So every morning I've been, in the last week or so, I've been starting to put basically a lotion that I made on my stomach to help combat the fat from the outside. But now I'm going to add in the inside one. And especially if you're new to oils, listen to your body. So if you feel that 9 drops of grapefruit is too much, and tone it down. Maybe the first week do 4 drops, and then slowly increase it. And you don't have to do the morning and the night treatment. You could do just the night treatment, and then just start watching, you know, what you're eating. Yes, I want to, but wanted to see if I should order a certain brand. Vegetable capsules? I don't know. They tend to be pretty like on the health realm of the world, so I don't know if there's a right or wrong. Okay, so before I went live, I will read to you why it's good to use these oils. So the last one I'm going to do, and I am going to raffle this off, or maybe give it away, is on here. I pre-melted shea butter, cocoa butter, and then I melted those together a little bit. I did like about a quarter and a quarter of each, and then I did, after those were melted, I added in the coconut oil, because the coconut oil is already so soft that I didn't need to melt it in here, because then plus it takes forever to reharden, I feel like. And you want to be mixing it. So if you melt it just enough, it'll harden faster as you're, you know, mixing. Let's mix. So then I did the other half with coconut oil, and let me tell you what they're for. So coconut oil it actually has many skin benefits, including reducing inflammation, keeping skin moisturized, and helping heal wounds. So think about it, if you're going to lose weight, or maybe you have stretch marks or scars, it helps with healing wounds. So bonus already. The medium chain fatty acids found in coconut oil also possesses antimicrobial properties that can help treat acne, protect the skin from harmful bacteria. And Lord knows there's a lot of crap all around us. So coconut oil is in there. Next, I put some cocoa butter, and it is a It is high in fatty acids, which is why it's often touted for its ability to hydrate and nourish the skin and improve elasticity. So what happens if when you gain weight and then you lose it? You have all these flabbies, right? You lose that elasticity as your skin grows or reduces or whatnot. So this is going to help. The cocoa butter will help with elasticity. Elasticity. I can't even say that word. Who cares, right? As long as I can make it. The fat in cocoa butter forms a protective barrier over the skin to hold in moisture. The common use of cocoa butter is to smooth scars, wrinkles, and other marks on the skin. So amazing! You're so funny. Yay! But if, on honesty, if you want a couple, come on over. And then the last ingredient that I put in there is shea butter. And again, you'd be amazed when you buy like shea butter at the store. Generally, if you look, it has all this other stuff. Why? I put raw shea butter, raw coconut. I literally could eat this. I could consume it and be okay. So the last one in there is shea butter, and it is high concentrations of fatty acids and vitamins make shea butter an ideal cosmetic ingredient for softening skin. Shea butter also has anti-inflammatory and healing properties. Using shea butter on your body, especially your face, can condition, tone, and soothe your skin. All right, now I'm just gonna go a little crazy with my oils. Okay, so we said black pepper was for increase the metabolism. So let's add, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, 4 on that. Cinnamon bark is to balance your blood sugar. So let's do, here we go again. This is that one that we got to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do about 4 drops of each, which this is going to be kind of strong. And I will warn you, careful when you use it. So then we're going to do lemon. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 each. And then we're going to do grapefruit. 2, 3, 4. And then the last one we're going to do is peppermint. I'm going to add a little bit more peppermint because I love peppermint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually, did the math the other day on some of these giveaways I've done because I, like the raindrop, I'm like, I'm just gonna give away a raindrop. I have all the oils, I'll make it, I'll give it away, and not even realizing when I did the math per drop, that one little raindrop bottle was like basically $25 worth of essential oils when you break it down per drop. Okay, and if you can't see here, but it's been sitting, and you can see how it's starting, see the little like solid pieces, it's starting to harden, which is great. And this will take actually a couple hours to fully harden. I could put it in the fridge for like 5-10 minutes, bring it out, give it another mix just so it's even, put it back in the fridge, and then keep mixing it until it has completely hardened. And it's funny because I had mixed it with this spoon earlier and it was already stuck to the lid of this. Okay, so I have a sports bra on. I'm just saying that because I'm going to take my shirt off and show you this next thing I'm doing. So I made one of these the other day, right? I read the ingredients for this lotion that I have bought in Mexico that was basically grapefruit, but it was like it's like, additive, preservative, added preservative, and then at the bottom, grapefruit for weight loss, right? And that's, again, the reason why you're making your own stuff so that it is, hello, you and your crazy peppermint. I know, I love peppermint. So one of the secrets that I would suggest for you guys to do, just be very careful, is, and I won't put my hand in this because I'm giving this away. I'll use the spoon. But so I made one of these. It's actually upstairs for me. And I went crazy on, here, I add a couple more grapefruit. I added grapefruit, a bunch of peppermint. I'm just going to make my own fat loss cream. I don't even know what else to call it. But so I made my own because I was feeling overweight and I thought, I'm done with this. And the reason I took my shirt off is because I'm going to apply it on my stomach. So anyhow, I made myself my own. I applied it on my stomach And then I have a bunch of different girdles from like wearing under clothes, or I have like, this is my most common one I use around the house. You literally could just go down to Walmart and buy one of these. They're super cheap. Or you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on it. It works, or these, there's a company that makes girdles that, oh, these are the ones. No, any girdle. And so one of my secrets, um, and especially when I was younger, to really shape my body, is wearing these. So last week I had quite the day because I made one of these, and then what you do is, I'm gonna, again, you can't really tell, but I'm gonna apply it on my stomach. And so if you're sleeping, like for the other stuff, it's a lot easier. But basically, boom, apply it on your stomach. I know, sorry for the horrid video right now. Put the extra on your face or anywhere else you feel that you're sagging. And then take one of these, and I really love these just for around the house. Sometimes I accidentally leave the house with them, and it's like, but in the morning, especially right now that you're home, apply your little cream here that we made, and then put this on as strong as you can. And so what this is doing, and you can do this, you can do the ones that are meant to go under your clothes, the ones that have like the little hooks. That's okay. That was awkward for me too, don't worry. So you can do any kind of girdle you want, but what the brace or this wrap is doing, it's one, helping shape it. And if you put it tight enough, especially with your lotion that we just made, your body, when it's pressured, like your waist, and you apply that pressure, it doesn't know what to do with the fat, basically, that it helps burn it. It starts burning it. So now you have this, it's going to help shrink your stomach on the outside. You've applied this brace to help shape you and burn extra fat. And you'd be amazed, sometimes I'm not even doing anything heavy. I might be sitting here at this computer. I get up in the morning, I apply the lotion, I apply my brace, I come and work. I'm not doing any crazy workout, physical activity, and I take this off and it is just covered in sweat. I know that's gross. And last week when I first did that, well, let's just say I was very happy to be near a restroom all day. So if that doesn't say it works, I don't know what does. Oh, thank you. You're so cute. You guys are sweet. So any questions before I end it? Any questions? You guys are sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But wearing one of these braces is something I've done almost all my life. When I was younger, when my chest came in, I had to do it like for road trips. Otherwise, I would get somewhere, my back would just be killing me. And someone had said, well, wear a brace. And so for car trips, I started wearing my brace just to, make sure I drove straight, kept my back straight when driving, especially long trips. And that really, really, really helped with my back. And then, in the later years, realized that it was actually helping shape me. When are we starting the 6-week challenge? You tell me when you're ready. If you want to do it, let's do it. So I'm gonna let you guys pick a number 1 through 50, and we're gonna give this, I'll give away a lemon, because again, especially if you're not already signed up and using essential oils, this should be in your purse. You should be putting this in your water. If you go out to eat, you don't know if their water is filtered or not, so put that in there. So give me your guesses, 1 through 50. The closest person will win this. And then I'm actually, because I feel like I teased you about it, Megan, I'm going to give you this. So whenever you want to come pick it up, this is going to be yours for being so interactive in your chat. Okay, you both are close. So I think there was a third person on. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. And the person closest, which I don't know if it's fair to say this now, because if you know me well, you should know what number I would pick, 1 through 50. But and I pre-wrote it on a post-it before I started the class because I thought, what? Yeah. My daughter just guessed it in the back. She's like, "Is your number?" And Megan, I'm just mixing this for you, so you're gonna need to get it. Start applying it. Okay. Any other guesses? 23 people is my number. So, Tiffany, you won this. Megan, you won a lotion with some motion. So whenever you guys want to swing by, pick it up. I need to order some of the oils. Yes, and I kind of figured you might need to order some of the oils. So if you want to get some of those ordered and then we can do it together, I am more than happy to do that because I don't know that I have a bunch of extras of all of them. So otherwise, I'd be happy to swap them out. I love it. As soon as you said Chloe said it, I knew it was funny. Sorry. Well, I thought, sometimes it's challenging. Like, what do I do for the raffle? And then people are, if I ask a question and they're commenting and then the next person gets it more right than the first, it's been challenging to do the raffle. So today I'm like, I'm just going to do a number. But all right, ladies, thank you so much for tuning in. And Megan, let me know when you want to come for that. Tiffany, yes, come on over. I will have it ready for you. And I look forward to seeing you all later.